Okay, hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome to Cold War Iron Curtain. This is a mod for Hearts of Iron 4 that brings the game into the Cold War period. And we are going to go and play as the Soviet Union, just because I'm the kind of person that likes to play as basically the losers in conflicts. I find it's always interesting. Now, it should be noted, this mod is still under development. We will actually eventually hit a point where we will have a national focus tree that literally does not work if we follow history. As a result of that, once we get to that point, which probably won't be in this stream, and I don't know if there will be another stream after this, but we'll see. So we'll sort of go ahistorical at that point, although we'll always be ahistorical. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to have historical AI focuses turned on. And for whatever reason, the mod uses I want to say that's the Windows XP boot up sound effect. Okay. So, tutorial, I already know how to play, roughly. We will keep the Soviet Socialist Republics. And end of the Nuremberg trials. The Nuremberg trials finally come to an end after 4 years. 24 of the most important leaders in the former Nazi Germany. Yeah, I don't think this mod has... some aspects of it need a little bit of proofreading. Even the description for the mod actually needs a little bit of proofreading. 24 of the most important leaders in former Nazi Germany went to trial from 1945 to 1949 for their actions in World War II, ranging from simple invasions to mass genocide. Among other things, the 15 closest allies to Hitler, who were still alive, were sentenced to either death or life imprisonment. The top 10 prominent members of the political and military leadership of Nazi Germany were executed by hanging. However, several other Nazi officials would commit suicide while waiting for trial. The only exception is Speer, who was the only one to show any remorse. 7 Nazi officials Okay, now I don't really care for the Navy. It's not going to be needed for us, so we're just going to delete it. So we don't have to worry about it. And our Air Force will have the entirety of it being sent to sit in warehouses so that we can properly organize it as time goes on. We are also going to make some modifications to this. One, we're going to update that. I do not give a crap about air superiority fighters. I do not care about close air support. I do not want standard strategic bombers. We're sort of going to try and cut excess expenses in some areas. We do need temporarily some self-propelled artillery being produced. What else? Anti-air, anti-tank. It was the heavy tanks? No. Self-propelled artillery. Oh, well, we do need support equipment. Let's get that on there. And let's shoot that all the way up to the very top. And okay, self-propelled artillery and self-propelled AA. Move that up with the tanks. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, first things first, Generalissimo Stalin, because we're going to want to get involved in this little civil war in Greece. Let's go and research the AK-47. Let's get to work on team weapons. Let's get World War II computers. And do I want to go for the better AA right now? I don't think it's necessary right this second. Before I forget, there's one thing I should... No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Where is it? Technology strategy. Normal technology sharing. So we can actually share technology with our Soviet Socialist republics. What do I want to use this last one for? I guess I can go and deal with... Yeah, a little bit ahead. Which one of these gives me the best increase? I want to say you overall give the best increase, so we'll go with you. Okay. Do I actually need... yes, no, I do. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll leave that as is, like that for now. Go build me a bunch of convoys and then don't bug me about that stuff. We will trade with the Dutch East Indies temporarily. Go to the army. Get rid of the sort by type, if you don't mind, game. Need to make this a little bit easier for myself, if you don't mind. Get rid of the Marines, get rid of the Mountaineers, get rid of the Paratroopers. I don't care about them. They're not going to be useful. Like, ever. Really. I'm sort of going to standardize our army down to just a handful of unit types. They will never produce Mountaineers. They will not be useful. The reality is I'll probably never produce paratroopers, at least not in their normal fashion. I do want to go ahead and take all of our mechanized divisions. I think all these are mechanized. And make sure that they are the standard, not the elite. That way they use a little bit less resources and I can actually have more of them out in the field. And now that I think about it, I should probably change the symbol for them first. That way I have an easier time selecting them. Okay, turn you guys into... I did not change the right symbols. Have you guys be a shark and you guys will be a bird, sure, whatever. Which one does shark? Okay, the shark's the elite. So before we can actually really do anything, we need to go and fix our army composition. You'll be that, and you will be that, sure. Regular ones. Yeah, get rid of you. Get rid of you. Okay, now you guys can be that, you'll be that. Sure, you can be that. And you can be that. Doesn't really matter to me. Okay, eagle heads. Turn you all into regular motorized for now. Or eventually, I think, just going to turn everybody into tank divisions. It's so much easier to manage. Now I'm going to... And everybody else will be turned into the crosshairs. For now. This is all just to make life easier in the future, because we're lacking supplies, like tons of supplies. So if I just have everybody be the same thing, I can somewhat standardize my production lines. Now I do have to produce heavy tanks and light tanks, of course. Why wouldn't I? So, let's... Okay. There we go. And I know I have unassigned division, so we're just going to grab everybody here, toss them into one, and then we'll sort it out. You are mostly infantry, so I'll have you take that guy. You are mostly infantry as well, but I'm going to give you that guy for now. You're not in any. Bringing this to Europe. Okay, now you guys go there. You guys go there. Who else doesn't have orders? Bunch of people over here. Okay, now that's a couple of extras, so can either form them into their own group, which I think is what I'll do. Okay, now you guys are going to defend this border. No. The border with China, thank you very much. And you'll get the rest of your guys eventually. Probably. For now, just... I don't really care where you go, to be completely honest. Sit on, sure, the Afghan border. That's fine with me. Factories, let's go ahead and get some military factories built. I don't really care where they're being built, if I'm going to be honest. Improve multi-role, we'll put 100 here. And I will have to improve the infrastructure. Not there, actually. It is Penza, I think it was. I normally end up needing to do that for, but we'll figure it out. Did I select something there? I did. Okay, good. Hide that stuff. No divisions and basic training. That's fine for now. I want Europe to be the first to get supplies and whatever else. Greek Civil War. Put that guy in charge there. Partial mobilization. Well, I guess I could have waited like a day. Well, not quite a day, maybe a little bit longer. Wonderful. Intervene in the Greek Civil War. Don't know if close. Well, I should. So I should affect anything engaging close air support. At least in theory. But I want the army expert. We are not going to engage in promises of peace because it would be a complete and utter lie. I just gotta hope Provisional Democratic Greece manages to hold on. Did I get the right place? Yes, Penza. Wonderful. Now I just gotta wait for that to happen. Which might take a little while. Fuck. Well, they didn't survive. That's actually kind of annoying. Normally they manage to survive long enough. That's... Really? This is the one time that Provisional Democratic Greece decides we're gonna suck at this and fail to hold on for me to be able to intervene. Well, that ruins all of my plans. Because my plan was to go down this tree, intervene in the Greek Civil War, invite Greece to join our faction, go to war with Turkey, break them apart, giving up some of their stuff to Georgia and Armenia, and then give basically the rest of it to Greece. But no, of course, that's... Oh my god. Oh, that's annoying. And I don't have like an autosave to go back to. Because it hasn't been long enough for an autosave to occur. Okay, fine. We'll deal with Turkey then. I'm not going to start over completely from scratch because it's going to take forever then. Oh, actually, wait. Do I have an original one? I do. Missing the music mod, but that shouldn't be a problem. You know what? One second. 1 second. That's July. I'm gonna still check it. Screw it. I'm just curious, did this one already have the invasion of Greece, or... This one did not have the invasion of Greece. Okay, we're just going to completely ignore that start. This isn't too different, really, at the end of the day. And this time, Greece shouldn't fail. Yeah, low manpower. There's always low manpower. Did I not already do that one in the save? I did not, apparently. Move that to the top. Oh, I should have gone for war economy. Oh well. Now this one I didn't delete all the crap yet. I also apparently haven't gone through and reorganized all of my troops yet either on this save. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Kick the game up to fastest. Yeah, this time Provisional Greece is going to survive. Yeah, we'll just run with this save. I don't feel like starting over just to have Provisional Greece survive, because it's kind of important, really. Because otherwise I have to deal with Turkey. Being Turkey, and Turkey sucks. I don't have planes here, apparently. Have I already... No, I have not. Okay. Wow. This save does not have everything that I normally do when playing this mod. These guys are not needed. Most of them I don't even give a crap about. I don't care for the Navy. It's not useful right now. Did I already... No, I have not done that here either. Holy crap. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, now here, if you don't mind. That deployed to here. You guys need to hold on for 20 days. I hope you can do it. Really freaking hope you guys can make it 20 days. focus on reinforcements rather than upgrades. Okay, the German Democratic Republic has been established, i.e. East Germany. Wonderful, there goes the unification. And trade with the Republic of Indonesia again. You guys need to survive 20 days. Well, less than 20 days. 9 days. Just a little over a week, and I'll be in to help. Two more days, guys. Now I need to call you in so I can actually do stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and complete that one. And just be aggressive. You guys should be able to pretty much just waltz all over them with minimal resistance. No, I don't want all of you guys coming in, nor do I want your Lend-Lease. More stuff happening down there with Indonesia. I don't care about it though, if I'm going to be completely honest. We still have supply problems. Oh well, let's move to a different spot. I'm going to blame Bulgaria and the fact that they brought in tanks to Greece. Those tend to take up a lot of supplies. No, I want you to go to Athens and then beeline it for Patras. Once those two are taken, the war is over. And I will take nothing. I will hand it all over to Provisional Greece. Wonderful. That stuff is a ways out. Wonderful. Now you take everything. Or, well, okay, I would give it to you. I apparently have, like, nothing for, Wow, okay, I can't give it to you. I will give you my score. Just take it. You haven't quite managed to take everything. There you go. Oh, that's still not quite everything. No, no, I don't want that. Give it to them. Okay. There you go. Now that's everything. Done. Now you guys move over there. Game's gonna complain about low manpower. They're already a part of our faction. We're just sort of gonna ignore that fact. Where are your guys' problem? You do not have good infrastructure here. End of the Berlin Airlift. I do not care to read these events. I've seen them so many times at this point. Actually, I'm gonna need your help. Probably there. Get the game back up to full speed. Yeah, sure. I'll agree to the demands. I'll be getting it back later anyway. And that basically just gives me more land of theirs to develop. Republic of China takes stuff. We're going to go to war economy. Okay, I don't know why I have special forces here. Get rid of those. Gives me some more manpower and supplies. You're doing social democracy. I should be able to beat you. To you getting joined NATO. But we'll see, I guess. Where are you? Okay, we just gotta wait for Turkish Strait crisis to finish. People's Republic of China, of course, wins in China. Continued demands for regime change. I like the idea of mobile tank designer. And the Republic of China and Taiwan. The second phase of the Chinese Civil War has come to an end. The Republic of China and the People's Republic of China have been fighting for 3 years now. Even before that, they were fighting since 1927 up till 1936, when China was invaded by the Japanese Empire. After World War II in 1946, the fighting resumed and was a stalemate up until 1948. In 1948, the Communist Chinese forces broke through Beijing and went into central China, causing hundreds of thousands of democratic Chinese soldiers to be encircled. This year, however, there was peace talks with the Marshall Mission about possible armistice with a division of China or a peace plan. That plan failed, and the fighting continued with the Yangtze offensive into southern China. After several routes by the Republic of China, the Republican government has fled to the island Taiwan. Chiang Kai-shek has stated that the Republic of China lives on, and that one day the Republic of China flag will be waved over mainland China again. The People's Republic of China is currently wiping out any resistance in mainland China, and reports of hundreds of thousands of soldiers and refugees are fleeing to Tibet, Burma, Thailand, and Taiwan. This war, I guess, has calmed down again for now. But it's only a matter of time before the next conflict starts between the two nations. Okay. I have seen the Republic of China declare war on the People's Republic of China. It's a fairly rare occurrence, and I've never seen it when I have historical AI turned on, or historical national focus is turned on. Go with Tula Arms for now. Still having supply problems over there? Jeez. I was kinda hoping you guys would deal with that fairly quickly. But apparently I was wrong. You guys are going to be going into combat not in the best of shape. But I think you'll be fine. I'll agree to your demands, Czechoslovakia, because I'll be getting that stuff back later anyway, and it just gives me more territory to develop to make it easier for me to get it back later, along with the rest of your territory. There we go, war with them. Ooh, they didn't go straight down for strengthen ties to the US, then join NATO. That is a bit of a surprise. But I am happy about that, to be completely honest with you. Not that it matters, because I just needed to beat them to it. That requires me to own Istanbul. Well, actually, no, it requires the Republic of Turkey to be a vassal. Let's go for proclaim victory over fascism, sure. We got time. And this gives us factories, which is always nice. kind of want you at the very bottom because I really don't give a crap about you. Okay, now if you don't mind, give me Istanbul. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna order you guys to push because you're refusing to do it yourselves. I mean, I understand why. You don't think you can make it. And it's kind of true. In some spots. I'm gonna give you guys a generic order. Go there. C. And you guys could make it if you just tried. Plus, it'll get you guys out of the bad supply region a little bit. Which will just make everybody's life easier. Set you guys too aggressive. Just go and attack. That'll make our lives a bit easier. Let's get squad weapons. Thank you. Now how about Izmit as well? Thank you. Just so that I'm hopefully attacking from my areas rather than yours. No, you won't give me Trabzon. That's kind of annoying, to be honest. Let's move you guys a little bit closer so you are a bit more effective. And the US has sent volunteers. Annoying, but not the end of the world. I want you guys to be part of that one and continue to push on that side. I would actually like to kill these US volunteers, because then it's some troops that they won't have in the future, or at least it'll sort of delay them. Now, Izmir is a port. There we go. They're almost there. If we can get to Adana, or hell, they might even surrender if we take Samsun. Or Rhodes. Either of those might even work. Ooh, okay, we're not gonna be able to take Samsun. Early transistors. Let's get real-time computing. puppet. And done. You guys, honestly, at this point, there's nothing good for you to do. Sit on the border with Yugoslavia, sure, why not? I have a hard time believing that that border is actually... That's your problem. For whatever reason, none of you guys were selected. You... Sure. Sit on the border with Iran. Should go to there, and we wait for us to finish proclaiming victory over fascism. Roll tension's a little high, but it'll be fine. I managed to get all that done before the Korean War sparked. I have the choice of I could actually intervene in the Korean War now if I felt so inclined. I might actually do it though. I don't know, that we'll figure it out. Okay, Partition of Turkey. Okay, now, how many divisions of these do I have? I wish the game would tell me some way. But it doesn't, sadly. Okay. So, you guys are not in the proper format. By that I mean you are not... well, multiples of 20 basically. So we are going to get rid of some of these things. I do not care for the motorized rocket artillery. I can scrap a medium tank or light mechanized. I mean, you guys have to move at the... I mean, if I'm going to have support battalions anyway, do I really care to have that stuff? Not really. Because now it's just crap to produce. So you know what? Let's get rid of the self-propelled stuff. It'll make life a little bit easier. Okay, you're gonna have to leave the light tank in, I guess. Or I can actually no, we can replace it with a medium tank, or not. Never mind. Okay, let's try this again, because clearly I screwed up somewhere. I can do that. That's fine. Now I don't need these rocket artillery or the self-propelled AA guns. Which means more resources for me to use for other stuff. Stuff that I deem generally more important. Now, who's the person I'm looking for? Boris. That's the guy I was looking for. Get rid of all that. I still need light tanks because you sadly have to keep that light tank. I guess I could have rearranged things a little bit. Maybe then you wouldn't have to keep that. But whatever. Let's get the game up to full speed. We're the only faction that exists because the way NATO is set up in this mod is that it is all based off of national focuses that give a national spirit. It's the mod's way of trying to ensure that NATO isn't an offensive faction and is purely a defensive faction like it's supposed to be. You know what? Let's get that. It'll take 38 days and it's useful. Let's see, anything interesting going on in the world? Not really. Kind of just waiting for the Korean War to spark, because it'll inevitably happen. It always does. Let's get you. Have 9 more days. And that'll give up some of this eastern Turkish territories to Georgia and Armenia. Now we do the second treaty, and I believe this gives basically the rest to Greece. Or at least most of it. Maybe some of the central stuff stays under Turkish control, but yeah, okay, I think they mostly just get the stuff along the Straits and the actual Mediterranean. I think Turkey still gets to exist, but it's limited to basically just central Turkey. Let's get specialist weapons. I already got rid of the Navy, right? Yeah, good. I don't need it. Our Navy will be entirely ballistic submarines, probably. I don't know, we'll figure it out. In theory, I guess you could play as the Pope in this mod. Or even San Marino. That might be interesting, especially if they get anything special in terms of focus trees, but I don't think they will. The reality is they're such minor, I don't even know why they're in there. We'll figure it out. I've never actually been able to complete this focus. This specific one. Mostly because something else always comes up. Let's get T-55s. After this, I think we're going to go down the Stalin Reforms tree, because that is useful. Well, some of it's useful. Other parts not so much. Okay, yeah, they get to keep some of their stuff. Stalin Reforms. Whatever. I don't mind that Turkey still gets to exist, as long as they don't own the stuff over here. What's the map I'm looking for? Ah, crap, they still own this, so the Kurds can still pop up, which Turkey always fails to deal with the Kurds. It always ends in a white piece, is my experience. Let's just go ahead, I think, and make our way to annexing Turkey. We'll just kick up the infrastructure to the max, and we'll be able to annex them eventually once we have the political power. Where are they sitting right now, out of curiosity? They are sitting at Puppet. They're not a socialist, Soviet Socialist Republic, so it'll be cheap to get them down to that, but it'll take forever to actually annex them. What do I want to get now? Sure, we'll go for close air support. Federal Republic of Germany established the Pleven Plan. And the spacing on this is screwed up. Military cooperation between European countries to share knowledge and experience. I assume that's yeah. And somehow that translates to division organization and division recovery rate, because sure, why not? Where are my fighters? Oh, okay, no, I sent them there, okay. Or, well, multi-role fighters. I don't use fighters because they're crap. Now, the reality is I eventually want to just turn everybody into the tank division in the long run. But that's a long ways out, really. We're not quite at the point where we can quickly do that. Why are you trying to instigate a border conflict? Where does that lead to? Okay. Gains annex war goal against the People's Republic of China, and I gain a puppet focus war goal against the People's Republic of China. Mongolia, I think you might be getting a little ahead of yourself there. Don't think we're going to be going to war with China anytime soon. I mean, admittedly, outside the sort of lack of manpower for ourselves right now, though that'll go up very quickly in the future. I mean, we could probably beat them. It would not be a fun fight. So let's just not do it, if you don't mind. There's a border conflict there. Please don't spark anything. I don't think that's ever actually led to me being in a war against China. Though I could be wrong. I don't recall it. I don't know if it actually can lead to a war. Stalin Reforms. Okay, what can I do with you? Oh, annex Georgia? Yeah, sure, why the hell not? Let's go for egalitarian beliefs, because recruitable population is useful. Especially since we're under 1 million right now. And China has 6 to 8. Almost 9. I mean, this is a useful tree to go down. I don't think I'll bother with the naval reactor, though. That unlocks the ability to get nuclear submarines. But I don't know if I want to go with nuclear submarines, because they can't carry ICBMs. In this mod, only ballistic missiles can. Or ballistic missile subs, rather. Oh, that'll take forever to research. Never mind. Let's not bother with that. Anything that we can research quickly. Anti-tank equipment. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, we annexed Georgia, so that's some stuff for us. Armenia shouldn't be too far behind. If I was actually building anything in Armenia, apparently I'm not. If I just queue it, they might eventually build it themselves. Which will still give me... okay, Federal Republic of Germany established the EDC, the European Defense Community, which translates to even more division organization, division recovery rate. Luckily, they are not a NATO member. I don't think they can actually join NATO. Yeah. They don't ever get the actual NATO membership national spirit, at least not as far as I can tell, which is good, because if I can just make it so that they're not guaranteed by anybody, I could theoretically go to war with West Germany without needing to worry about... Oh no, they can actually. Down here. Okay, never mind then. But if their independence wasn't guaranteed, I could go to war with them right now. I will try to avoid an all-out war, though, with NATO. It won't really end well for us. Especially in our current state. And war in Korea. Communist forces of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea have launched a surprise attack against the pro-capitalist Republic of Korea. Who will end up the victor in this struggle remains to be seen. Everything is going according to plan. This was our plan. Are you sure about that? I mean, we do want to support them, obviously, so. Send volunteers. Ooh, I can only send 5. That's not good enough. DEFCON level 4. What was that about only being able to send 5? And that did raise world tension by like 1%, or at least it should have. But we don't care. We're going to send 14 divisions of just a bunch of random crap at this point. And we're just sort of gonna hope this works out in our favor. And we just gotta wait for them to arrive. When will they arrive? October 7th. U.S. enters the conflict. The Commonwealth enters the conflict. More U.S. troops in Korea, because I think the mean time to happen for some of these events is off. Well, not even mean time to happen. I think it's a trigger. The U.S. literally just joined like 2 days ago, and there's already more U.S. troops in Korea, apparently. That doesn't seem quite right to me. And as per history, the North Koreans are doing okay at first. They managed to push past to Seoul. Czechoslovakia, sure, I'll be taking that stuff back later anyway. There we go, slow down to 4 speed. Our troops have arrived. Let's put them on the border. And I want you guys to plan an assault down to there. Why did he not come with them? I have to ask. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. I can either send them some crap or not. We'll send them some crap. It is crap. I don't know why we would say please no to the Soviet Union entering the Korean conflict when we are the Soviet Union, but whatever. We send them some random crap, and we'll hope this works out in our favor. Can I send? Yes, I can. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to now send aircraft, but I can't deploy them there. I have to deploy them up here and then send them down. Come on, get here. Fly over there. Wonderful. Collectivization, and then we're going to do revitalize the new economy. Or actually... that's a bad idea. All around. Absolutely stupid idea. You know what, actually? Okay, wait. Let's see. No. Yeah. Let's go for revival of the Orthodox Church for now. Go. Oh, wait, no. This capped out at, I forgot. I didn't read it properly. It caps out at 72. I can't send any more than 72 aircraft here to support. Let's try and push. At least a little. What do I want you to do? Division recovery rate. Yeah, that sounds like it could be useful. Now, if I could encircle that, that would be wonderful. But I think we're going to have a hard time encircling that. Communist China enters. Thank you. No, get down there quickly. We need reinforcements down there very quickly. Do not let them take Incheon. Go push back. Yeah, normally the US sends more troops. I think they're being a little lazy right now for some reason. Not quite sure why. They should be at DEFCON 3, right? Yeah, they could have sent more, but they're not. I mean, that's fine with me. No, push. More Chinese troops. Thanks, China. Always helpful. Just ignore the fact that we supposedly have a border conflict going on up there between you and one of my puppets. I have no idea how border conflicts work in this game. I'll be honest. Ooh, wow. Yeah, that actually went a lot faster than normal. North Korea defeated South Korea. A victory for communism. And you guys won't join my faction. Specialist weapons, wonderful. All that stuff is a ways out. Let's go ahead and get more mobile warfare. At least start researching our land doctrines. U.S. withdrawals from Korea. Well, I would certainly hope so. Oh, now Turkey's gonna spam me with troops more than likely. Well, that's assuming they can even afford to have troops. I don't think they really can. Something PRC. Okay, now let's get rid of you and replace you with a medium tank. This way I no longer have to produce light tanks, nor do I have to produce self-propelled artillery. I would also like to replace any heavy tanks with, with medium tanks. Because heavy tanks are crap. Okay, kick you all up to 3 rows of 5. Assume the game sent my guys back, yeah. Revival of the Orthodox Church. We'll leave that as is. Let's get another political advisor. I think I might go for Kill Mob up there. Oh, Captain of Industry is also useful, actually. Yeah, let's go get Captain of Industry. Soviet Socialist. No, let's go get Collectivism finished. I need to get down this tree. At the very least, I want to get down to established radar stations, at a bare minimum. Because that'll instantly give me some level 5 radar stations spread throughout. T-55s. I don't need the BTR-40, but I do need the BTR-50, I believe, right? Yeah. We're not making light mechanized, but we are making heavy mechanized. Real-time computing, wonderful. Let's get that. That'll speed up building stuff. How are you doing? Where are you? Armenia. Oh no, you are actually going to make me build that stuff. Or at least dedicate some factories to it. Fine. I will dedicate a factory, or well, a set of factories rather. Push those to the top. I need them. Yeah, this stuff is all going to take forever to get everything we need. Do I want to go and try and get the plus 10% of population, or do I want to go for... Let's go for efficient air freight. Actually, let's get the rocket scientist. Also, do I have any of these? No, I do not have any nuclear reactors. Let's build some. Or well, at least queue it. Won't get built for a long time. Founding the new China. Recently won the civil war against the Republic of China. Second phase of the Chinese Civil War has come to an end. It came to an end a while ago, but I guess they only just finished researching it, or finishing a national focus that's supposed to bring this up. Yeah, interesting. So they say. I need to go read about border conflicts. Because I have absolutely no idea how they function. Collectivism. And I'm inclined to say let's go for revitalize the new economic policy. Because that plus 20% to production efficiency and decreased research time is useful. More so than this, in the long run. Because it's very easy for me to hit max stability, and we're already at it. So we're going to revitalize the new economic policy. Let's go ahead and get somebody who's good at multi-role fighters. We'll have MiG be our aircraft designer. Okay, now I need to read something real quick. A player with troops along the border with an opposing state may be offered border clash decisions costing 100 PP that enables a minimum of one division of its troops on the border. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, so in theory, Mongolia could take control of this disputed state. But they don't have the ability to do that. They don't have the troops at all. I'd have to give them my troops. And tons of resources. That ain't gonna happen. Although they always go independent as well in the future, so I'm also going to go ahead and dump a bunch of infrastructure development into them so I can annex them in the future. In the relatively near future, preferably. East Germany is towing the line, and they're asking me if they can have some of their industry back, because apparently I own it. I mean, it doesn't remove anything, they just get an event. I don't think they actually gain anything for it. But sure, you know, if they're going to toe the party line, I guess they can have some of their industry back. Again, I'm pretty sure it does nothing at all. It's just something. We don't lose any industry, they don't gain any. They just get an event that says the USSR said yes. I'm pretty sure that's the extent of that. That might change in the future. They might actually gain some industry and we lose some. But as it stands right now, it does nothing. Let's go ahead and research a better multi-role fighter. What's our production doing? Okay. You are actually storing some, that's nice. Same with you. You know, I'm gonna bring our aircraft down to just 2 for now. They don't really need a full row. Out of curiosity, who has the most? I have more planes in the US, guaranteed. It's a little surprising. Also help if I'm selecting the right person. They have more manpower though. Why? They're only on volunteer only, but they have supposedly a lot more manpower than I do. I'm assuming it's because, well, we're the USSR, and, well, we kind of had the issue we got our ass handed to us by the Germans for a while. And the whole scorched earth policy Doesn't do much. People's Republic, but China accepts the Marshall Plan. They always accept it. They've never said no. Even when I play with ahistorical AI, they never say no. Socialized healthcare or traditional healthcare. This is going to be 3% recruitable population, so socialized healthcare. Because if I don't have to raise my conscription laws ever and still have tons of manpower, I'll be happy. Those are not gonna happen anytime soon, though. Also, let's get rid of that stuff. I don't plan to ever use it. I don't want this stuff cluttering my menu. And we'll just leave it. Okay, yeah, we'll leave the rest of that as is. Don't care for the Navy. We'll just, I think we'll just hold off on spending this for now. I can use it for annexing a subject like Armenia in the future. And Armenia is not going to be doing anything anymore, so sure, why not annex them? How's Turkey doing, out of curiosity, on this list? Are they anywhere near getting annexed? Oh yeah, they are. Wonderful. I would love to annex them before we hit the point where they end up needing to deal with the Kurds. Because they always end that war in a white peace. At least that's my experience. And so it just results in them losing a bunch of territory. I don't really want them losing a bunch of territory, though. I don't need oil. I would only complete that because I need the next level down in 9 years. That gives me more rubber production. We are going to have problems with rubbers. Let's get better artillery, or anti-tank rather. Okay. You guys would get producing 1.2 a day. Is our anti-air at max production right now? No. Right now we're basically just waiting for the next major conflict to break out. It always happens eventually. Socialized healthcare. Now I can get the working man, which increases construction speed, which will pretty much always be useful throughout this entire campaign. Or I can get educate the masses, which will help me with research. But once I finish researching things, it's not useful anymore. I mean, it does give me an edge to potentially get ahead of the tech curve, which is always nice. But again, it's only useful up until such a time that I have researched everything. After that, I'll then potentially wish that I had selected the running man, or excuse me, the working man. I don't know why I was going to say the running man. But we got quite a few techs that improve building. I mean, 10% there, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. Yeah, lots of tech. I'll try educate the masses. We'll see how it goes. I don't typically go for it. I typically go for the working man because yet another plus 10% research speed, or construction speed rather, is always useful. Especially when it takes 25,000 whatever construction monies, I don't know, to produce a single synthetic refinery. It takes forever. It really does. 30,000 for a military factory. Same with a civilian factory. Stuff takes forever. How long until we have all the MPTs we need, out of curiosity? Oh, only 5,000 days. Go annex Armenia, that'll give me some more production. Got our MiG-17. I kind of want to go ahead and research helicopters because they are cargo helicopters, at least, have potential to be useful because they give you some stuff that decreases supply usage, which will be useful for us when it comes to aiding coups that happen in regions that don't have great supplies initially. Yeah, let's go and get that out of the way. You have tons of oil, don't you? Yep, shit tons of oil. We're gonna go ahead, I think, and start working on... Oh, I already am. Move Baku to the top. BTR 50P. Yeah, let's go and research better AA. Yeah, now you gotta get back up to wherever you were. see how long. Nope, that's all long ways out. I think we're at the point where we're basically just gonna have to research ahead of time for a lot of stuff. Well, actually, you know what? Let's get our air doctrine up. We haven't even touched it. Now, Iraq. Are you gonna try to go to war with Iran? You normally do. In my experience, you typically do in the 50s. And I'm pretty sure you have it's a national focus that does it. Yeah, I think that's the one that's doing it. I don't know if you'll do it though, we'll see. Demand war reparations. I mean, I don't really care to, but it gets us some stuff. Namely civilian factories. And I need to do it so I can get to the established radar stations. Yeah, you're not going to win that. You really aren't. What's the US doing? Bomber development. Not trying to stage a coup in Indonesia yet, are you? You typically do it. Now, see, I'm just gonna note, in my opinion, this needs to be able to look and check to make sure that Greece and Turkey aren't communist. If they are, you should not be able to invite Greece and Turkey to NATO. That's my opinion on that. Because if I can puppet Greece and Turkey, and then the US can at some point in the future say, oh, they're now also NATO members, it doesn't really make sense to me. So there should probably be a trigger on there to check and either have it bypass it if they are, especially if the stuff after it is of real significance. Let me see. Is this stuff after it of real significance? Yeah. Yeah, it kind of is, really. Yeah, this should check to see if they're communists, and if they are, just bypass this and they don't get the national spirits of NATO member. So, who's going to spark the next war? I have to ask. We got a couple of years until Stalin dies, and then I can replace him with somebody else. Probably go historical for now and go with Khrushchev. France is developing submarines. The UK is developing the Scottish economy. I really want to beat the crap out of Finland just for the hell of it, to be honest. Where'd you go? Oh! You went other options. And fascism rises. Ooh! Finland's going fascist. Oh, that'll be interesting. Yeah, you do that, Finland. You go fascist. You see how that works out for you. And we'll just keep that stuff for now, because we will be annexing somebody, potentially, in the near future. That's going to take a while to research. Anything else that I want to research? Maybe preferred. Unless I want to go ahead and actually start working my way towards ICBMs. Not really. Yeah. Don't really have anything better to research right now. Sure, let's start making our way towards ICBMs. We'll find a use for it. Establish radar stations, make sure that's done. Don't want to have to potentially risk not having that before Stalin inevitably dies. Okay, so you guys haven't quite fallen to the fascist party, but they are gaining popularity ever so slowly. As a result of all things, a national spirit called the Republic of Finland. Because that makes perfect sense. We don't have any wars going, so I can't send any attaches around. Pakistan's not going to war with Afghanistan yet. They normally do. For whatever reason, Pakistan never annexes Afghanistan in its entirety. They take like everything except for one province. Don't know why. Makes no sense. I would annex the entirety if I was them. But whatever. If they don't want to do it that way, I won't make them. But it's stupid in my opinion. Let's go and get the monthly population. That'll be useful. We're only at almost 4 million. China's sitting around with, yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood of 21 to 27 million. The US 6 to 7. Did you raise your thing? Because I swear before you weren't in that neighborhood. I think you did. Also, you closed your economy. So I can't import tungsten or anything from you, like I normally end up needing to eventually. Spoiler alert. Okay. This is useful to get. At this point, this is just sending random crap to Korea. The war is over. The North won. There's no need to actually fulfill that. And all this stuff I can complete whenever I want. It's shared across all of the Soviet leaders. So I would love to get this. Although, again, it's only useful when attacking or defending core territory. At the end of the day, most of our wars won't be, shouldn't, it's a better way to phrase it, shouldn't be taking place on any of our core territories. So, in theory, it's useful. The reality is, the only benefit I'll get is the war support one, which I'll be able to hit 100% relatively easily from numerous other things. Kind of want to finish this stuff here, because that's a lot of factories that I will get eventually. So let's go ahead and do infrastructure effort, improve our resource gain. I'm going to end this stream here. I'll probably stream this again in the future. But we're at an hour and 40 or so, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've got to get up early tomorrow to go to the movies. So, that's going to be it for this stream. Like I said, I'll probably stream this again in the future. And, I mean, realistically speaking, we will probably end up with World War III happening. It's just, I'm going to try and control when that happens. I don't want it just happening. Mostly because obviously I want to be prepared for it. So I'm hoping China doesn't screw me over like they tried to do in a personal game that I was running. So I will see you all in the next stream, whenever that is. It might be tomorrow, or well, I guess technically today. Or it might be next week. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But until the next time, goodbye and farewell.